called in.
They are making a line. They are under starter's orders.
They're under starter's orders, and they're off.
For this, the Clive Hunter steeplechase, which is run over 3 miles and 1 furlong. They've got just over 2 circuits of the course to race and a total of 19 fences to be jumped. And as they take the first, it was Country Home who landed in the lead from Optimum and the great Rocamist on the outside. And then comes Easter Tide on the inner. And then behind them come Mr. Oryx and Alcé Egg and Avoteur and finally Pickle Tink. That's the order then as they pass the stands for the first time and now turn right-handed and level up to take fence number 2, which is the fence before the ditch. Country Home is going to take it just in the lead from Optimum and Rocamist on the outside, and then Easter Tide on the inner. Then on the outside is Mr. Oryx. These are then followed by Avoteur and Alcé Egg and finally Pickled Tink, as they race down the near side of the track and on towards fence number 3, which is the first of the open ditches. Country Home has gone a couple of lengths clear, jumped very slowly the leader, and Avoteur has gone there. Pickle Tink very slow in rear. Avoteur's jockey very quickly up on his feet, all right. So Country Home now goes towards the water and takes it a length and a half clear from Rocamist. And after the leading 2, a gap of some 5 or 6 lengths back to Optimum. In fact, the 2 leaders have gone some way clear now from Optimum in 3rd. Then comes Easter Tide 4th on the inside of Mr. Oryx in 5th. Behind them come Alcé Egg. Pickled Tink is trailing. As the leaders take the first on the far side. That was the 5th. And they're all safely over it. Pickled Tink jumping it some way behind the others. So Country Home goes towards the 6th. 2 or 3 lengths clear from Rocamist. And then a long gap back to Optimum. And Mr. Oryx and Easter Tide and Alcé Egg and finally Pickle Tink. The next will be another open ditch. Country Home by a couple of lengths from Rocamist. A good 20 lengths then back to the 3rd horse, which is now Mr. Oryx, relegating Optimum into 4th. Behind Optimum, a further 3 lengths back to Easter Tide in 5th. 6 lengths then back to Alcé Egg and finally Pickle Tink. So the leaders turning out of the back straight, coming up towards the 8th of the 19 fences. Country Home by about a length and a half here from Rocamist. And then this long gap back to Mr. Oryx and Optimum 3rd and 4th. Then came Easter Tide in 5th, Alcé Egg 6th, and finally Pickle Tink in 7th and last. Coming down to the 9th. Country Home still with this advantage of about a length and a half over Rocamist. And then a long gap, some 15 to 20 lengths back to Mr. Oryx in 3rd place. A further 8 lengths then back to Optimum in 4th. A further 6 lengths to Easter Tide in 5th. And then another long gap back to Alcé Egg and Pickle Tink. So jumping the fence, which next time round will be the final obstacle. Still, Country Home from Rocamist, who races up on the outside to within half a length of the leader here, as these 2 pass the stands for the first time. Still a good 15 lengths ahead of Mr. Oryx in 3rd place. Optimum is in 4th. Easter Tide 5th. Pickle Tink is 6th. And finally Alcé Egg 7th and last. So going out into the country on the final circuit and racing over fence number 11. Country Home from Rocamist. Country Home jumps quite badly out to the left there, allowing Rocamist to go up on the inside as they go towards another open ditch. Country Home still with the advantage though on the outside from Rocamist. These 2 still with this long lead from Mr. Oryx in 3rd and Optimum in 4th, as the 2 principals level up to take fence number 12, which is a ditch. And Country Home still with this length to length and a half advantage over Rocamist. And these 2 coming back to their field slightly. They're still about 10 lengths clear of Mr. Oryx, who is making headway towards the first 2 in 3rd. Optimum also getting a little bit closer in 4th as they jump the water for the final time. Easter Tide and Pickle Tink are the 2 that are tailed off, and Alcé Egg has been pulled up at the 12th. So the 2 leaders into the back straight. And racing towards the 14th, Rocamist has gone up on the inside to take a narrow advantage from Country Home. But the two landed together there by some 5 lengths from Mr. Oryx, still making headway towards them in third. A further 6 lengths back to Optimum in fourth. These 4 a long way clear from Pickle Tink and Easter Tide. Good jump there by Mr. Oryx on the inside, has taken him to within a length of the leader Rocamist as they go to the final ditch. This is 4 fences from home. And Mr. Oryx going right up on the inside of Rocamist to take it up at the final ditch. So it's Mr. Oryx now by a length and a half from Rocamist second. Optimum is gone third. Country Home has weakened very rapidly into fourth. Then comes Pickle Tink back in fifth, and Easter Tide is tailed off in sixth. So the leader's turning out of the back straight. Mr. Oryx, just the leader from Rocamist in second. Optimum continues to make steady headway on the inside in third. After these 3, Pickle Tink is back in fourth. Country Home has been pulled up as the leader jumps the third last. Mr. Oryx hicks the fence but gets away with a mistake and has gone 5 or 6 lengths clear from Optimum, who's trying hard to close the gap in second but making little impression at this stage as Mr. Oryx comes down to the second last. Once again, the leader none 2 foot perfect, but loses no impetum, Mr. Oryx, and still has this 6 length advantage over Optimum in second. A longer gap then, back to Rocamist in third. Pickle Tink continues in fourth, and Easter Tide in fifth. So the 2 principals are into the straight and coming down to the 19th and final fence, and Mr. Oryx with a 3-4 length lead from Optimum, still trying to close the gap, and it's Mr. Oryx with the advantage of 3 or 4 lengths from Optimum. That's how they're going to finish as they come up towards the line. Mr. Oryx is going to win it quite comfortably, and at the line Mr. Oryx has won it, Optimum is second, and Rocamist is going to be third.
First, number 1. Second, number 3, and third, number 5. First, number 1, Mr. Oryx. Second, number 3, Optimum, and third, number 5, Rocamist.